Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back.
And we'd like to thank Margaret Hudson for being our guest today. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, it's my privilege, the delight to be here.
Well, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do art-wise?
Okay, I loved birds and animals and flowers from the time I was a little child. I used to play in the fig orchard out there in, north of Ashland, and I loved the earth. So now Earth Art Studio is a celebration of that love. Birds and animals and children and now the gallery with flowers. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I say I'm just an old lady having the time of her life.
Well, I bet. I mean, it's fun doing art, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a joy. It really is. It's interesting. There was a professor out at the university who said, the reason that people like your things is because he said the more high-tech we become, the more we know we need the earth. Mm-hmm. And he said they are simply earth, and they ground us. I like that, because I feel that way about them, that they ground me. What can I say?
Well, they're very beautiful. I grew up with many of your pieces around my house. My mom has a planter that's a bear on his back, and then the plant there, and just the little quails we had around. So I always knew your pieces from when I was little, and I always loved to just look at them and play with them. And
somebody said to me when they were introduced to me, I never knew Margaret Hudson was a person. Okay, well, one thing I really want to say, thank you to the people of Fresno for supporting Earth Arts all these 40 years. And especially don't be afraid of getting older, because I didn't start my serious artwork until I was 40, when I was in crisis. My husband was critically ill, and I had to support 4 little boys. And that's what started Earth Art Studio. And so don't be afraid of aging. I've been growing and experimenting ever since. And I'm 85 now, and 83 now, and I expect to be going for another 15 or 20 years.
Good.
Yeah, definitely. We hope you even pass that.
Yeah, I will. Okay. I thought I'd just tell you how I painted. I had painted some pomegranate paintings. I had to put something. I wanted to put something new just a year ago in the gallery in November and December, and I didn't have anything new at all. And I happened to open a book by Robert Henry called The Art Spirit. And he said, always paint from your passion. I thought, I don't have any passion right now. And then it occurred to me, except pomegranates. Mm-hmm. I love pomegranates. And I thought, every morning I get up and I go to the kitchen and I open a pomegranate and I eat a pomegranate. So I went out to my tree and I didn't have any naturally split open ones. So I asked Vince at Farmer's Market, do you have some split open ones? He said, I'll check at home. So the next Farmer's Market day, he came back with a whole box of split open pomegranates. And I started painting, and I had a ball. It was pure joy, just pure ecstasy. So it's out of nature that my joy comes. Mm-hmm.
Now we have some of your work over here.
Oh yeah, I brought along, well, first the painting in the background is just one of my playthings that I play with my paint. In the foreground you see the quail and the bears. Now the bear, you'll notice, has a little heart on it. We personalize things every day. We make things for weddings, for birthdays, for all kinds of things. It's a fun thing about the little clay things and making them right here in Fresno. We can personalize things.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I was told that you do something with the schools?
Yes. Starting, for 30 years now, I've been doing field trips. Starting in October, I'll have 40 youngsters every morning to my home over on Thorn. And I tell the youngsters a bit about the big trees that are over 100 years old and the trees that my dad planted 80 years ago, and take them then through the sculpture backyard is my sculpture garden, to my paint studio. They sit on the blankets and I demonstrate, I draw, and then the youngsters help color in the drawing. That's just a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet they love it.
And I do a print making demonstration. I have a piece of plastic and I scribble on it with a paintbrush and then put paper on that and make a print. And I ask the youngsters what they can see, all kinds of wild things. Then I said, you know, if I made 50 copies of this and if I gave everybody a copy of it, we would have 50 different things, because every one of us is unique and special, and we all have something special to do in this world to make it a better place. So I love having, and then the kids work in clay, and we just have a great time.
Well, that sounds so wonderful. We're glad to have you a part of Fresno.
Well, I'm happy to be part of it. You couldn't pry me out of it now.
Yeah, especially when the heat keeps going down as it is right now.
Yeah,
I mean, wonderful time.
Right.
All right, well, it's great having you on. Unfortunately, we have to take another break, but we hope that you would like to come back some other time, and we'd love to talk to you whenever you'd like to come on.
Okay, well, thank you. I'd love to come back. It's a joy to be here with you.
Well, it's great having you.
Did I tell you that I thought I was going to find a little old man, and here's Jason and this beautiful young woman. It's just a joy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, and let's go one last little look at Margaret Hudson's work, and then we'll go to break. Sean, if you can bring it up. CVT Weekly News, we have the folks from Candwich coming on. Well, we'll be talking to them over the phone. Stay tuned.